And we are back at it. Gonna be playing a few more games here, see if we can get a little bit of a win streak going. We are seeing a little bit more like adaptation, a little mini meta game coming out with future locations, which again, one of the things I love about it. So the dynamic. It's like, oh, everybody's knows this is a really good combo with the location, so they're going to play it. And then there are other people like, okay, well, if everybody's playing something that benefits from the location, then I'm going to play something that counteracts it. So there's a lot of little dynamics there. Very exciting to see. What are we going to do here? Now, Crimson Cosmos is a little interesting, because we literally cannot play a card that will survive. And at that point, you feel pretty bad, right? It's just like nothing good going to come of that. He's got the rock down, lockdown. All in all, 7 damage kind of still feels worth the risk. Murder World, it's going to happen sometimes, not a big deal. So he's definitely running ongoing, probably Spectrum ongoing, because Spectrum, or Destroyer ongoing, because he has armor in play. What you have to do there is worry about stuff like just Professor X. Professor X can really shut things down. You have to be kind of wary about that. So for example, right here, I'm only going to have 10 damage, and if he plays X, then he's just got it locked. I'm trying to think of what can... like, if I do Super Scroll here, then I get the Warpath buff, which is cool. And I get Mr. Fantastic, and I get armor. I mean, it's going to be more damage than Iron Man, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get hit by Professor X, so I might as well check it out. He does Claw, which I get to copy as well, so that's pretty awesome. And we're feeling pretty good about that. All in all. We can go ahead and just do this, and that's going to give us double Claw along with the Warpath buff twice over as well, so yeah, feels great. I think we might lose to Iron Man here, but he leaves. Oh wait, no, I get the Iron Man. I forget about that. Yeah, so that's gonna be like 30 damage is obviously gonna be more than what I'm bringing, but I get to copy it, so it doesn't matter. So I'm okay to reveal the Super Scroll a little bit early there because I still wasn't really sure where that game was going. And getting to Onslaught, the effects just makes it guaranteed 1 point. I guess I should snap then. But I didn't know he was gonna Claw, so I think I had way too much Professor X on my mind at that point. Alright, so no. Yeah, I think just going like Lizard, Cosmo, Punisher, mid could be fine. Just gives us a lot to work with. And I don't think he's playing into the fog, so I'm already going to get +1 more than he is. And I imagine I'm going to get more than that. So, just Moir Island and Uatu Snap. Let's see what happens. Yondu Destroy. Yeah, so he probably plays Bucky in middle, or worst case, the Hood. And then I Cosmo it before it gets killed, hopefully. We'll see what priority it looks like on turn 3. Mr. Sinister. Oh, we're looking at another... Okay, so this guy, we might see him again, but this is the Cerebro deck. Whether that's a dupe or not, I have to keep it in mind. As far as our options here, do we want to try to steal the Cerebro and make everything a 5? Well, he's going to get more and more damage each turn, so there's no way I can really plan that out. I mean, I could, but it doesn't make sense. For right now, I think that I'm going to go ahead and Cosmo over here, because he's most likely to want to play Mystique at the location that's pretty open. And then I can always win middle with Iron Man, because we're getting so much damage per turn bonus. So do I just... yeah, Omega Red Iron Man in middle? And then That'll do a lot of the battle at that point. Handle a lot of that. Alright, so these are all paired up right now. Cerebro is interesting. If I Super Scroll Cerebro, I don't need to Iron Man middle, I can Iron Man right, which is pretty awesome. The question is Iron Man on right enough? I don't think he'll expect it, is the main reason I like it so much. But I also, yeah, don't feel like I'm getting all that much damage on the right side. It's just like 8 damage over here. So that's kind of awkward. So he's going to play Cerebro right this turn and Mystique left. What if I did this? And then I, yeah, did the Cerebro thing. Blue Marvel. Well, that's good too, right? Can't hate Blue Marvel. Yeah, he will not expect this. And I don't think they don't buff each other. He's just playing, this is perfect. This is going to be so good. 6, 6, 6. So I'm going to get potentially like 30 damage from these 3 cards. We'll see what happens. There's a chance that, well, he's got 7 and 7. Why are they? Oh, because they were played earlier. Moor Island completely negates this build. Maybe he plays something else. Either way, you know, Super Scroll all in at this point. It's kind of ugly, but we'll go with it. So worst case, we're tying here, right? There it is. We're good. Oh. Did not expect that. I can promise you. That's really cool. So yeah, Moor Island buffs him up, and then Super Scroll hits him with both of them. +1 from Blue Marvel, to +2 from Cerebro. Now this is interesting. He's not getting the buff twice from Super Scroll. So he's getting 1 of the 2. Did he mess this up? She didn't copy. He played it in the wrong order. It doesn't matter because I would have still stolen it, but he actually played Mystique Cerebro instead of Cerebro Mystique, I think. But wasn't his last card Blue Marvel? I'm actually confused. If you played Blue Marvel last turn, then Mystique Cerebro, it should copy one of the... Oh, Cosmo. I don't know why I was blind to that so long. Okay, either way, it all works out. I was trying to like look for some weird mechanic with Super Scroll where he doesn't copy Mystique because he's already copying the ongoing effect that she copied or something, or I don't know. I was going way too deep into that. It's just Cosmo. Bum bum bum. This is just like how you download like all these different play styles. You just play every featured location the best you can, and like you learn. I think you learn a lot. At least when you're always asking questions. Baxter Building. Morbius. So full discard deck. I should have paid attention to what he discarded. I did not. The question is, are we Iron Manning? Are we gonna get our boy the 4-drop? I consider running Chavez just to make getting him a little bit more reliable. I really do like Onslaught, even if I top deck him on 6, so I don't know. Let's go with this for right now. I mean, this is hurting me across the board though, right? So let's just do that. If he's running discard though, Hela definitely can hit those spots. More likely though, he'll just play the 4. Oh, beautiful. That's a snap. So more likely he'll play the 4-drop Dracula on left side with big cards in his hand, Infinite, Magneto, or worst case Chavez, but more likely something like Apocalypse. So we'll see Dracula there. So this lane, left lane, even though it's gone, is not going to be won, but I think that that's going to cause him to underrate the right lane. We'll have to see. Unfortunately, we can't really benefit from Cosmo in the sense that he could be playing these cards anywhere. He'll definitely be playing a card on the right, but I don't have priority, and honestly, it's just too important for me to get Iron Man Onslaught up at this point. So I think I get like, what, 22 damage from Omega Red. He discards his Hela, which means he has like 3 6-drops in his hand maybe, and he just got unlucky. But either way, this is just going to blow things up, so it's all good. Empty ice box. Pretty happy with that. Magneto can still mess me up though, right? If he's playing... He was trying to discard something with Lady Sif. If he has Magneto in hand and he just plays that, and then lets Dracula get whatever, he can absolutely move Omega Red outside of the Citadel. So I would not put it past him. In fact, if I was in his position, that's exactly what I would do. But he plays 2 cards, so no... Unless he's got a Wasp, I don't think so. But maybe he did Swarm earlier? No. Yeah. It's all good. He's just buffing up Morbius. And that's not going to cut it. $768, 26, 24. Beautiful. We're big fans of that. Well, I was just thinking about a card that I might swap in this deck, and I completely lost what it might be, so... We'll not worry about it for right now. Oh, Chavez. I was talking about Chavez. So probability-wise, Chavez isn't bad because it makes sure that you get all of your 1 through 5 plays up earlier. It slightly reduces the chance that you'll have Onslaught by 6, but because Onslaught Citadel is in play, you don't actually need Onslaught himself per se. What's better here? Obviously against Killmonger, Ebony Maws here is the better option. Or is the worst option. But you can't really assume that it's going to be that, and frankly, yeah, I'm okay with it. Okay, Miniaturized Lab I cannot play there, so we're going to be rocking Cosmo on left. Because he played Squirrel Girl, he's more likely to be playing Killmonger for sure, but not necessarily. He could easily be a Patriot deck. So we'll see by his next play what he is, and then we'll go based off of that. Invisible Woman. So he's Patriot. I don't know why they run Invisible Woman. It's like, oh, it's a secret. No, it's not. Like, I know what cards you're running, but it's fine because we have everything but Iron Man in hand. We feel pretty good about it. Patriot, doing the Patriot plus the whatchamacallit. If he just plays... Dang, I can't remember the name. Okay, we got Iron Man. We're good. I'll snap on this. But yeah, the... Ultron. If he plays Ultron on a different lane, he obviously was able to buff a lot, is what we saw. But even without Onslaught Citadel, I think that this is a win, even against Patriot. So I guess we'll see. Do we care for a Super Scroll? No, because it doesn't affect the other lanes. Is Claw better? Then, okay, so it's either I get +4 to both locations, and a guaranteed win on left, or I get +6 to this one location. And because we know that she has card text, and these guys have card text too, I feel a bit more comfortable playing Claw, actually. Still +8 damage. I'm still getting 30 damage over here. I think it's good. He's gone. Think, think, think. Spend 25 seconds just chatting away, and he's already gone. Feels bad. Oh well. 2 cubes away. 2 cubes down. Keep it rolling. Yeah, this is only going to be up for 24 hours because it's not a new location, so I just want to try to make the most of it. I'm playing a little bit late tonight. What do we have here? Looks like should be pretty clear cut. And I could see myself playing right. You lose Mirror Island because you don't have cards there. Invisible Woman, so another Patriot. Ooh, I don't like Adeline here so much. So what do I want down for sure? I guess it's Mr. Fantastic since he's putting the Cartex cards in the middle clearly. Let's see what we draw. Could be good. Still feels fine. Yeah, we'll go for it. Because worst case, we Iron Man and then Claw, and I think that's still quite a bit. Obviously not the insane amount that you get from, you know, the whole Onslaught on Citadel, but... Decisions. Do we want Iron Man or do we want Claw? How sure are we that we're winning this lane? I don't think it's guaranteed to be winning by 10 without Iron Man. If I had... yeah, if I had Punisher here instead of Fantastic, I'd probably run Claw. But because I have Fantastic here, I need to run Iron Man. We'll see what happens after that. Alrighty, well, that's what we've got to work with. Hopefully it works out. So it's 12 extra damage going to the right lane. And that's going to put me a pretty good number, I'd say. Ultron coming out. Not going to be enough, I think. But last time I think that how much with the Onslaught Citadel it does a lot of bonus. So Mystique and then Ultron with Khazar buff as well. Rogue. What is she stealing? She got Omega. That's not going to be enough. Still get the claw damage. This is more than I was expecting, though. What? Where is this damage coming from? Claw and Mr. Fantastic. Okay, there it is. Yeah. I was expecting the 17. All good. We take the win there. So I'm trying to think of the RNG side. I can't see the board anymore, but like, how often do we lose to Rogue there? We don't lose with Omega taking. We don't lose with Claw getting taken. We don't lose with Mr. Fantastic taking it. So it's only 1 in 4, which is a great odds for me. 75% chance to win against Rogue there. Still, another reason we want Cosmo in the lane. There he is. All we need is the Iron Man. I feel good about the odds on this, drawing it by turn 5. I get 3 more card draws out of 7. I guess this is technically below 50%, huh? We'll see what happens. I don't have to snap this turn or anything. Alright, well, we feel better about our odds of getting Iron Man. The other piece is another question entirely. Attilan is kind of frustrating. Alright, we have Wave. There's a lot of ways this could go. It could be Professor X. It could be... yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see. It's not going to be a Galactus type thing, but it is going to be some big 6-drop, I guess. Oh, he drew cards. So he redrew his hand after playing Wave, and he maybe didn't get a good card to play with it. Dr. Doom's pretty standard. Not a big concern, though. So he'll retreat here, unfortunately, because Daredevil, but I wasn't comfortable enough to snap last turn, because, yeah, who knows really what we're up against, and I didn't know what I was going to draw. Well, I knew I drew Claw by that point, but either way. So, easy retreat from his side, not a big deal. We take the 1 cube and move on. Just try to commit to memory. This guy's playing like a ramp deck. Wave, Dr. Doom, Sunspot. Bit of control. He's playing it out. Which, you know, okay. Yeah, Onslaught. But then I just get to play this stuff, so... we'll do that. And Super Scroll... I mean, I'm only playing 2 damage no matter what. But I think it's better to play 2 damage here. Because it guarantees that we... I mean, technically it's better to play 2 damage here, because it's more likely that it's useful than expecting him to play an ongoing card, even with the location. Yeah, so he just Doom bots over to the side, no big deal. Very basic ramp deck, nothing special. Yeah, if he... I think he had Leech in hand on turn 3, and so he played Wave to leech me and screw me up, but he till and shuffled it back into his deck, which is all fine by me. It's an pretty easy retreat though, if he does do that. Worst case, lose 2 cubes. I think we'll play here. We don't need to wait for more information for that necessarily. Scorpion. Do we still just storm it? Yeah, we can storm it and the next turn play Ebony Maw on it. It's pretty solid. Am I getting anything good? Let's see what he plays this turn before we worry about it. Like I said, Scorpion usually plays into a 3 deck, so he's probably playing a 3-cost card here. Like a Surfer type of thing. Rude. Fantastic, okay. Not a big deal. And now he can play 1 card on left. Not a big deal. So we're going to lose Mojo World. We're pretty sure about that, unless we play everything. I mean, we do have the reduced mana cost, so it's possible. Oh, no! I messed that up. Ebony Maw is not free, because... yeah, I destroyed Elysium, which is just a crying shame. But that's where I put Lizard, so deal with it. He's got Killmonger, though. He's got Killmonger. I'm not actually playing there. But if I'm not playing there, then I'm not... oh, that's rough. Not sure what to do. Yeah, because if he just broods... there's actually a lot of ways I lose this. And I know he runs Killmonger in his deck, so... it's a little awkward. He just gets Mr. Fantastic ×2. That's cute. But I just get to steal that on Super Scroll in middle, so that's pretty sick. Yeah, I can't really win the race on Mojo World if I'm playing Scroll in middle. That's the only thing. So... I think we have to find a way to win middle and also play Super Scroll. I'm not sure. I guess Iron Man would work. Oh my gosh, thank you, sir. This is just getting beautiful. Alright, so this is going to give me a lot of bonus damage, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So the easy thing is just 2 cubes and then scroll Onslaught mid. If I do that, I only get 2 cubes. Do I play for 4 cubes and potentially lose more? So I'm definitely snapping. The question is, do I play Super Scroll right now and make him retreat? Or do I play like Cosmo on here and then hope that Super Scroll is enough to win? It seems okay, but I think Scroll Onslaught is just safer. I'm still not sure about this game so far. Alright, and I get a Claw. Sure. I don't think that really changes much, but yeah, so I just get the 2 guaranteed cubes. And it's like, what are the probabilities where you're happy with guaranteed win on 2 cubes versus a percentage loss on 4 cubes? Like if it's 90% to win either way, just go for the 4, right? But there's, yeah, I haven't really figured out how I feel about trying to risk the win in order to get a little bit more. I think it's fine to just grab the 2 and run. Baxter, cloning, nowhere. Okay. Guess that's fine. Nothing really special about either of the other ones. Play a lot of Mr. Fantastics in middle, that's cool. If he starts playing ongoing, I can snap because Super Scroll is better. So one problem with cloning bats is eventually you'll fill your hand up. You might not draw on like turn 6 if you just play cloning bats only. I learned that because I ran, I think, I had Sanctum, where I couldn't play at, and then I had Ebony Maw at one location. I only could play Cloning Vats, and I just filled up really quickly. So we'll have to keep that in mind. If I play Cloning Vats right now, I will be full. So for right now, I'm just gonna Storm so that I can draw Iron Man potentially. That does mean that we're not playing Omega Red though. Maybe just play Omega Red at the left location and let Mr. Fantastic chill out. Yeah, I cannot prevent draws. Like, I can't Black Widow myself, that would be awful. So he sees Onslaught, not a big... Oh wait, no he doesn't. Nowhere. I'm pretty comfortable right now just going for... So I think he's running Dinosaur. He's got Coulson, he's got White Queen. So I'm comfortable just doing Claw into Skrull. And I think that will do enough. Or if he double Dinosaur's here, Mystique's here, I'm just winning. But it's not certain. It depends on cards and stuff. So we'll just play it for this turn. See if he gets the Dinosaur out on Cloning Vat. Oh, Cloning Vat's Dinosaur. That's a lot simpler. Nick Fury. What is he doing? There's no way he has the mana to make the play I was just talking about. Yeah, I guess I could have snapped, but I usually like to see a little bit more detail on what they're doing rather than playing just 3 random cards. Toad Trifler. What is your game plan? Yeah, if I understand the archetype, at least I know when to snap, or I'm comfortable when to snap. If I don't understand it, I want to like play slightly cautiously, just to make sure that I'm not missing something. But realistically, as I have a pretty good amount of experience, I can probably just lose the snaps every once in a while and be okay with that. Like this guy, 1 card in, and I know he's playing Zabu, Rock Slide, Darkhawk, all this stuff. I mean, I have run Korg in plenty of decks where that's not the case, but like 80% for sure. Black Widow did not come out, so we didn't get that draw. And we're here. We don't have to really worry about the rocks because we're just pumping into here. So now we have some options. Do we Fantastic and get... Yeah, Fantastic is better than Maw because when Onslaught comes and doubles it, it's great. The problem is I'm worried about Enchantress. And I can easily lose to Enchantress without a space for Cosmo. So I'm worried... I mean, regardless, if I have to play Cosmo, I won't have the mana to play Omega Red, Onslaught, and Iron Man. So I guess it doesn't matter what I end up drawing, I just kind of have to roll with it. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with it, and I think odds are still fine, but Enchantress is almost guaranteed in his game plan, so if that happens, it happens. I just have to, like, be okay with it. I think betting that he won't draw the Enchantress is kind of weak, because it's like, that's a 1 in 4 chance or something. But, yeah, that's what I'm doing, so whatever, I guess. 3 cards is weird. Usually you see 2 cards. Oh, 2, 2, 1, never mind. Okay. So I have to Super Scroll him back? Oh, he has double Super Scroll. That's sick. Okay, I'm not even mad. That's so much cool. That's sick. I don't really know if there's any potential chance of me... No, because like my Onslaught just gets copied. That's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't know why he doesn't snap, though. I have to critique that part of his play, because I should be losing 4 cubes right now. But oh well. Very cool indeed. I like it. And he even plays Mystique here in case there's a Cosmo. To this guy. This is basically the best possible deck you could run. Is a Zabu, Darkhawk, Super Skrull, Mystique. Like, if you have every card in the game, that's what you should run. I don't know about Moon Girl. I think it's excessive, because you're just going to be sitting on max hand size. But the archetype is, with 1 or 2 changes, is like perfect. Yeah, because Mystique can copy Darkhawk, she can copy Super Skrull. Beautiful. Maybe you throw an Iron Man just in case, because everything costs 1 mana otherwise, but I don't know. Central Park, Sanctum. Ooh, we like Sanctum. Do not get the Lizard, unfortunately. It doesn't seem like we're going to draw it, so unlikely we'll be able to really back that up, and it kind of feels a little obvious when we've played Uatu there turn 1, but yeah, no, we wanted Lizard or Ebony Maw last turn. Didn't get it. But he didn't play there, so now we just have to worry about Patriot, I suppose. Are we going to be big jerks and just close off the game? Let's do it in left so that we can claw right if we have to. Yeah, let's just do this. If he has Killmonger or Patriot, then there's a real chance that we can lose, but haven't seen a lot of that tonight. He plays it out. Lockjaw, interesting. I'm thinking that Dr. Doom is our biggest problem, so we'll just Cosmo here. Alright, I like that play. That helps him win left, but I'm not fighting for left, so it's not a big deal. Alright, I don't want to fight for right side, so I actually think Punisher is actually the best play I can make. Because I can double it with Onslaught and feel really good about that. He's gone. It's good. 2 cubes. And that's why we snap before we make our turn 4 play. It's like, that's a really important distinction. Like, I know I snap a little bit too much in the sense that I can lose a lot of snaps, but I'd be kicking myself if I didn't take 2 cubes from that guy, like for sure. Because I'm playing Flick Full Disruption. There's one location already blocked, I'm blocking off a second location, and I'm Cosmoing a third. Like, that kills 3/4 of the decks I've ever encountered. And you just have to, like, understand how much your stuff can really mess up somebody else's game plan. And the most important thing is when the average player will realize that they've lost. Like, you got the... I can't remember the anime, but you've got the You're Already Dead. Shinde, whatever, yeah. So, in that context, it's like, you gotta be the guy that knows that as you're dropping that card, you're hitting them, they're exploding, they don't have a chance. You don't want to... It's not as cool of a line if you snap after they already realize what happened. It's much cooler of a line when you snap right before. And that does have some inherent risk to it, but I think it's worth the payoff. Alright, so this game we're going to be playing... okay, so he's playing Ant-Man. We might still run Scroll. But what we're going to be doing is trying to do like Omega Red, Onslaught, Iron Man instead of the other way around. And that way we can either Scroll or just last turn Iron Man. Why is he waving? What the heck does wave do here? How does this change my game plan? I still want these 3 cards on there. It's just about order now. Yeah. Throw out the expensive one, right? I guess he's the same cost as Iron Man, but I'm not throwing out Iron Man at this stage in the game. Onslaught, Onslaught. Cool. It's a little silly in my mind. Yeah, Super Scroll's cool, but Omega Red's cooler, so we're going to stick with that. So all of his cards cost 1 now. He's got a bunch of 3 mana cards that cost 1. Why is he running Ant-Man? Just because Onslaught's? It's a weird side play, but I'm feeling good. Enchantress is still the only lost condition, unless he's arrowing me weird places. Mystique on... Come on, dude! Why are we... Do I just pass turn? I can play right.
All systems go.
Like, why are we doing this? Okay, this is actually the better play. And just in case he decides to Rhino or Storm this or something, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What if he Spider-Man's? I mean, he's got to assume that I could just easily play here, and then Spider-Man does nothing. Aw. Okay. So I actually am going to just Super Scroll here. It's way better than Iron Man. Also looks cool, so you know. And just because. So yeah, it's equal to Iron Man. It's equal to Claw. It's equal to Ant-Man. Double Sarah. He's got some power. And it's not like it's an ongoing effect, so that's pretty cool. Oh, Chavez. Ooh, danger? Okay, we're good. Big money. 20 damage from him. 3,712 damage for me. That's pretty cool. I mean, I would have just went with Iron Man, I know that, but it looks so much cooler with this guy. New favorite card, at least for one day. For a 24-hour period, I love this card. Very cool. Yeah, I think if I get some games in tomorrow, I'll definitely be able to crack Infinite. Infinite, whatever. I call it Infinite. Splicing the recordings, I think that we are... Oh, sorry about that. I was just looking at the video length from the last one, but not a big deal. Sanctum, Onslaught. We're going here. We're snapping it up. How could we lose? We got Mojo from the hub. Amazing. How could we lose? Killmonger, probably. Doom, Dr. Doom, and not drawing Omega Red, or anything. Okay, Killmonger's the likely one now. But what if we storm Cosmo? What then? Pretty formulaic here. I don't think any of these choices are questionable at all. You can argue maybe I need the slots for Mojo, not playing Mojo, but like, nah. And that's just a bad thing to have at Onslaught Citadel, just so we're clear. But we're just gonna Mega Red here and feel really good. Just gonna get 2 cubes from this guy most likely, but... Alright, so it doesn't even bother putting a card here. He's literally not allowed to play cards. We're gonna assume this is 6 damage on left. Which I don't need to... I'm just trying to think if there's any way. Yeah, Killmonger again, but even then, like, I don't actually need to Iron Man here. So I'm going to try to milk this guy for 4 cubes. Slight risk involved, but he literally can play no cards at this point, so if he's losing the game, he leaves. Killmonger, cool. Okay, so he can play 1 more card now, and he definitely buffed his stuff. So at this moment in time, we have to wonder, is it the Iron Man or is it the Onslaught? Because he can play a card that could technically buff Sanctum Sanctorum, but I don't think that fits in his deck. He's going for it, though. He wants it. Yeah, we'll just Iron Man. It's all good. I mean, we get Mojo. I guess if we get Mojo buff, I don't need Iron Man, though, because that's plus 12 I didn't have before. Let's see what he drops. And his Lizard is minus... Yeah, like, if he plays a card, I'm getting his Lizard down to 0. What's he got? Yeah, okay. So I don't... Yeah, Onslaught would have been better for that. Okay. That makes sense. If he's playing Lizard on Onslaughts, you have to expect he's got something going for him. So what would my damage be here? Like 7 plus... Well, it would have been versus the tiebreaker as well, because I don't have anything at mid. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I would have Cosmoed this if I ever drew it. Unfortunately, it's in the bottom 3 of my deck. But I'm more thinking of the math, like, okay, this would have been 14, 16 damage? 16, 15? I would have won right lane and then lost the tiebreaker. So, regardless of my play, I lose that game, which is fine. You can lose games. You can lose 8 cubes at a time. The important thing is that you win some every once in a while. I'm on Slay the Spy right now. That makes sense. Yep. And snap. There we go. Alright, it figured itself out. Turn 5, a Dream Dimension. We actually don't want to play on Dream Dimension because we want to storm it. So unfortunately I have to take the risk that this is actually the place we want to play at. And if it is, then, you know, we'll deal. It's Murder World. We're fine. I mean, I could actually potentially just not play Ebony Maw at all. I could skip playing it, play it turn 2 if it works out that way. I think that's actually an okay option as well. But we're here now. We're going to be super scrolling this game. I just want to get rid of this junk right here. Or do I just want a Cosmo? At least for now I want a Cosmo. I think Super Scroll is still my last turn play. Double Ant-Man. But Cosmo blocked it, never mind. Okay, I need 4 cards here to benefit from Ant-Man though, I just realized. So I can play like Lizard Mr. Fantastic, but Lizard is 0 damage. Or less, he's -1.
Wind, aid my hand.
Okay, big card on the block over on the right. Yeah, I think I'm... So like, what? There's no point in super scrolling this game, from what I can tell. It seems more like a Punisher, Lizard, Iron Man kind of thing. But that would only be for the Ant-Man buff from Super Scroll, so it's kind of all in a circle. I guess what I'll do is I'll Iron Man if I have to like Super Scroll Lizard. If I feel like that's like the best option, then I can go for that. Let's just get the Iron Man down. That said, what's going on here? That seems bad. I think I need to do this instead. But no, he's Shuring, so he's gonna win left by playing the Shuri and then Taskmastering mid. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm in real trouble. If he like Red Skull Taskmasters left mid, then what do? What's my answer? I don't think there is one. I think I could Iron Man Onslaught middle. Very awkward. This all looks really bad for me. He's not even playing left. He played Omega here. Oh my goodness. So weird situation. I wanna do this, but I can't benefit from Ant-Man. He played Omega Red with 10 damage. He wants to win right. I have to play here to prevent that, right? But because I don't have Iron Man, I just have to hope that he Iron Mans and it gives me the benefit. But then I'm also getting nothing from Lizard, so there's no point in playing that there. Guess we do that. So what happens here? He just wins on damage, right? Like if he Iron Mans, I get Iron Man, Ant-Man, but Ant-Man doesn't matter. So he gets the massive damage boost. He gets Omega Red ×2. He wins. And there's just, yeah. I guess I messed up with playing Iron Man there. I started freaking out about... the most common thing you'll see is either a Black Panther or a Red Skull at one location, and then Taskmaster at the other location. And because I have Cosmo here, it makes sense for him to play the big card on the left, and then play the copy on middle. He could also play Vision. Is a more common Shuri recently, but... I mean, he's got like this weird upgraded Shuri variant, like... I figure he plays it a lot, but went with Omega Red. I guess it makes sense in a Zabu deck, but I don't know really what I'm up against here. Unfortunate, 2 cubes. So 2 losses in a row, I think, but that's okay. You just keep trucking. Technically not Tarzan, I like that. Alright. I'm going to try not to overthink things too much. Like, I don't think I was wrong to make those plays, but it's just, it does seem a little convoluted how much I'm chasing, like, the worst case scenario. I have always been kind of leaning towards negating potential losses, like finding your weak points and all that good stuff, but end of the day, gotta figure it out. So if I storm here, oh, never mind. Trying to interpret anything that just happened here. And I don't know what it is, but we're gonna ignore it. I'm just gonna do this though.
Wind, aid my hand.
Yeah, he's just playing like. I mean, I guess he's playing because this is Khazar incarnate right here. He was looking for like a double Khazar opportunity, but I think I could just do something like this and feel okay with it. Still got 2 opportunities to play on the right side, so. I mean, in theory, maybe I need to Fantastic for Maw, but I'm just gonna go with this. Yeah, so he's gonna Khazar, but he's not gonna be able to double it or anything. So the next card that he plays is gonna be. Ooh, I like that. Is that my last turn play, or is that this turn play? That's actually so sick. It hits all of the, like, I have 5 different cards that it hits. And he's probably going to be going for Blue Marvel here, or Mystique. I'll just go for the guaranteed 2 points. Again, I don't know the probability where it makes sense, but this is just so good. Wait, what happens when Super Scroll eats Super Scroll? What? He's gonna get all his ongoing effects back. Machine World just gave him the best card that he could get, but I'm gonna Onslaught it, so I'm gonna have 2 Super Scrolls. He's gonna have 2 Super Scrolls. No, he's gonna have 1 Super Scroll and all his card. I don't even know. I just want to see what happens. I'm gonna like maybe analyze this board after it comes out because I'm curious about the numbers. So it's what? What? Dude, he played Sunspot into Deaths. He has a deck that's just a bunch of 1-drops. And Khazar and Captain America and Scorpion. He didn't play anything on his last turn. He has my card in his hand. He has oh, it's flooded. I'm the idiot. That's half the time I start freaking out. I'm like, oh, there's a Cosmo here. Oh, there's a flooded here. He literally can't do anything. He just has to hope that I'm not gonna play anything. Wow. I just gotta zoom out a bit. That's the whole point of playing Story, is so that he can't play stuff there. And then I'm just like, well, why didn't he play something there? Ugh. Man. We'll get there. DC, Collapse Mine, Central Park. Collapse Mine is interesting. What can we do to benefit from that? We don't have armor, or we would absolutely be trying. Well, I guess we wouldn't be able to because mana. Nice little animation. Yeah, what do we play out to? Squirrel at each location. Washington DC will like the squirrels. Means it's gonna be harder to 4, 5, 6 anything. I think we're skipping turn 2, it looks like. Unless we're just doing this. I don't know. I think there's a chance that playing Uatu is not a good idea because Central Park fills the board so much. Like, this is just made 2 1 mana cost cards. Cool if we could just move the rocks over here, but I'm fine with leaving it. Okay, so we both break rocks. We both lose 2 mana. So the later you wait for the Collapse of Mine, the more mana you lose, effectively. Maybe Sunspot's cool with that, but I'm not. Alright, so it looks like we're doing this. And then 4, 5, 6. Oh, this is a lot. A lot of damage. Oh boy. I literally have not seen a card from him. I don't know what he's playing, but turn 3 snap, let's go! Killmonger kills 20 cards. Okay, Electro. So he can't Galactus. He's could do like a Professor X here and then play hard left, but I win the hard left anyways, so or you could play hard mid I guess. Okay. Oh yeah, she's great because of the Collapse Mine. Collapse Mine gives it all that for free. So middle's in trouble. But I'm going to put a lot of damage out on both these lanes. Hopefully one of them survives. The question is how much he can test Omega Red. Because oftentimes you look at Omega Red, you're like, oh crap, he's going to power up the locations unless I'm relatively close in this lane. But realistically, Iron Man makes that no chance. Versus anything but like an Enchantress. He goes Doctor Doom here. No Magneto, pulling Omega Red away from my boy. And now leaving me wondering, what should I do? I could do double. I could definitely do like a... What if I did this? How much would that do? That would be maybe 6 plus 2, not much. Omega Red's not doing anything in this game. We know this. We're not expecting much out of Mr. Fantastic either. And if he just plays 2 cards here, I get the -3. So I think I retreat here. Well, okay. Yeah, I get left guaranteed. I don't think he bothers with it at all. I think he just plays middle right and wins, so. 2 cubes gone. Early snap. I think it's just Magneto, though. Like, Magneto is just a factor that hasn't come up much, fortunately, but easily could destroy my combo. And makes sense with Electro Ramp in particular. Death package with Electro Ramp is interesting, though. I feel like that's a Galactus deck, actually. But either way, wins with full board. What is up, Marvel Snap fans? I just realized that my last video was like an hour and 37 minutes. So splicing these is going to be absurdly long. I don't know. I like this game, but I did not realize that I was playing it for about 2.5 hours. Almost on the dot at this point. Yeah, that's a lot. But we are making moves. One step at a time. Mojo Jojo. So, got a few options here. It's going to be a mirror of either of those two. Unless it gets stormed. I'm trying to think of the point of storming it. Super Skrull's going to be big here. Super Skrull's going to be real big. I think that I want to play middle. Play an Iron Man down. Have a storm down. And see what happens. If he claws, especially, oh, then I copy that. Or if he Omega Reds, then I copy that. All I need is an Onslaught, but if he has an Onslaught, I'll take that too. Yeah, if he's like relying on his ongoing cards, then he's going to be in for a very rude awakening. Let's go ahead and just do this. See what's happening. Mr. Negative, goodbye, sir. I forgot Negative decks run Mojo. That is very unfortunate for you. Have a nice day. It feels good to just absolutely block a negative deck. Most of the times I just do it with Wave, and the cards that he wants for like free are 4 mana instead. But Sokovia Sanctorum, alright. Very nice pull, Mr. Uatu. The problem is Sokovia might discard Ebony Maw. I'm actually going to save both these so that I have a less chance of just getting Iron Man discarded. Then I'm going to play whatever's left on right side, hopefully. It's interesting, but it's actually better. Dazzler I have not seen. Cosmo's fine. So Dazzler does bonus damage if every single lane is full. I can't Cosmo now, so I have to worry. He's got a 4 mana deck, which means he runs Enchantress. That's annoying. But I can't Cosmo, and he has Enchantress. I feel like this is not a snap. I want a snap right now, because I'm like, bam, I just got 9 damage on here. Dazzler Mojo. I mean, it's like a zoo at that point, so he's probably playing cards that jump to the other. What if I did this, huh? I don't know. I really don't know. Because I feel like I'm just so vulnerable to Enchantress. He probably plays Zabu, but maybe I'm just reading too far into the Dazzler thing. It's a 4-cost card, but like, could go into a lot of different comps. Patriot. Patriot Dazzler. So Debris? Interesting. Well, we're going to play left then. And I think we're going to snap because he doesn't want to... So Debris will be annoying, but like, Omega Red Iron Man alone should be able to handle it. And actually, he can't play Debris. He can play it now, but like, it just does 1 rock. Because if he plays it on Citadel, it puts the rock somewhere else. So he's not going to block anything. Let's just do Iron Man next turn. Feels fine to me. He can only play 1 more card. Mojo's cute, but this is what we want. Yeah.
I am Iron Man.
Ultron. Very nice, Ultron. 20 damage. Alright. Gotta respect it. Ultron with just Patriot? I thought you needed more than that. You just need Patriot and it'll give it that much? Yeah, I guess +4 to each. Times 4. Pretty dope. And there's nothing I could have done, right? At any point in this game, could I have won this lane? I don't think so. Cosmo, obviously, if I didn't discard that, would have been great, but... Interesting. Alright. Now we know, kind of like the base floor of this is... pretty high. Ultron can do like 20 damage every lane. If we had Onslaught, though, we'd be fine, because it would have doubled the Omega Red. We just didn't have that. Oh well. Yeah, these last hour of games has flown by so quickly. I took a quick break and suddenly we're here. I don't like that. I'm gonna play it out because it didn't really hurt me or anything, but I'm not a big fan of him snapping right after the peak comes out. Mr. Fredley. Now, Cosmo's nice because if somebody benefits from the peak, they probably have a lot of reveal effects. In this case, it looks like just a Surfer. But yeah. So, how do we want to do this? I think just Iron Man, Onslaught will be fine. Yeah, that should be enough. Like, there's 6 instances of 6. It's like 36 damage over here. I'm down with that. I wish Iron Man had gotten peaked, but, you know. We could never be that lucky. Okay, negative deck. He really likes the peak. So all of his hand and all of his deck got doubled, which is, or got swapped around, which means he can easily like Iron Man Mystique right and win it. I can't retreat at this point, but I'm considering it very soon. The only other option is like maybe do... Nah, I don't know, it's ugly. It is ugly. Because I've got to win 2 lanes, right? But I think he can do more than 36 damage over on right. Just the Iron Man Mystique plus some decent damage. We'll see. Yeah, because effectively all of his cards, 100, like maybe there's 1 card that didn't get swapped around. Mr. Negative himself, of course, didn't, but like almost all of them did.
I am Iron Man.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't, I mean, he's not omnipotent. He doesn't get every single card in his deck, so it's possible that one of the 2 is sitting down, and that way he doesn't get 36. I think it's definitely worth playing through, but it's not a sure thing by any stretch. Oh wait, the vault closed, so he's gonna play. Well, he's gonna play a lot of cards here. It's fine. Hokey smokes. Iron Man middle, that's fine. Mystique middle, not as fine. Well, actually it is because I have Onslaught, I think. Okay, and Mystique on right.
I am Iron Man.
Alright, then some Ironheart, some Mr. Fantastic. And... how does this end? Rogue doesn't steal anything? We're good. We're good. It's fine. Ugh. 2 fantastic decks down. 86.5. And I didn't want this episode to go this long. This video's much further along than I expected or planned, but I don't really feel like stopping either, so might as well just play. Play some games. I'll at least upload it in 2 parts, I think. Hour and a half, hour and a half. That sounds pretty good. Perfectly balanced. Alright, so we know Patriot can be pretty sick. Ultron is going to be getting a lot of bots over in Death's Domain. I think one thing is that Super Scroll, if the 2 ongoing effects that I really can't take advantage of are the Wong ongoing effects with all the revealed copies, and the ones that buff vanilla cards. Everything else I can feel I can steal pretty well, but not those. I think here, and then hoping for a Cosmo is probably my best bet.
Wind, aid my hand.
Let's do, yeah, fantastic first and foremost. Oh boy, okay. No, it's yeah, it always seems like a lot, but it's not. Mysterio on right lane, so that's... Mysterio isn't a vanilla card, I don't think. So, actually, with the Patriot, he actually might want the fake Mysterio to be there. It actually might do more damage that way. I'm not sure. This is not great. Definitely don't want that. Not feeling good about this one. I would leave on a stab for sure. I think I just leave outright. There you go. Oh, I keep on making the mistake. So I generally think retreat later is a good move because if they happen to retreat, then they tie break. Then the tie break, and it just nobody loses points. But if they snapped, they actually cannot retreat. It disables it. So there's no reason to not just retreat now and move on to the next game. But as a habit, I just like always hit retreat later. So sometimes I just sit around and watch them twiddle their thumbs for turn 6. I don't know. Interesting, interesting. You know who doesn't care about Mindscape? Super Scroll. Take all the cards you want. Oh, the Dark Dimension. Actually, I'm just gonna storm this, so it should be fine. I've got almost all the pieces already as well, so we'll just go for this. Iceman is most common, I would say, in the Silver Surfer deck, so Storm Cosmo is pretty great, and might be better than Omega Red. Yeah, Iceman Scorpion is the standard opener I've seen from every 3-cost deck. It's like the 2 cards that they run. I think some people run Domino, which is just bad, I think. But, you know. This is all working out so far. We'll do this. Blue Cosmo on right. Dark Dimension is interesting because he could be putting Silver Surfer there and playing wherever the heck he wants for everything else. But like I said, I do think that Cosmo right now is better than Omega Red. But it's hard to be sure. Because he can just play, like, he can just play Surfer middle, play Maximus right, and then I'm not really getting what I want. Yeah, let's try this. See what happens. Yeah, as long as he has a place to play reveal effects, I don't think Cosmoing now really changes anything. Not much anyways. He's probably just going to play What's-Her-Face anyways, Sarah. So it's kind of like whatever. Well, I mean, now we get the opportunity, right? Technically, Punisher will guarantee, more readily guarantee my damage, though. I think. I'm trying to think of what cards I'm afraid of. If Surfer's already down or whatever. Like, if this is Brood Surfer, then... yeah. He's just going to play the, Sarah at this point. And then he's got 7 slots to fill, potentially. Maybe no. Alright, would be a not the deck that I expected, but I really don't have any much information to go on at all. I'm kind of just going based on full inference at this point. What are we gonna do? We're gonna Onslaught, which will give us plus... who knows? He's not gonna play a lot of cards because he's got Devil Dinosaur. So I guess we'll just do this. If he just plays Mystique, then they both have 9 damage, that's 18, which is equal to what I have. And then he wins middle. No, I'll get one more because Punisher. We're fine. Yeah, I'm not snapping this, but it's okay. Or did I already? Never mind, I already did. Probably just when I flooded it with Storm? So, yeah, this could just be... I mean, it's not an Electro ramp, because obviously we don't see him. But he's been pocketing. He pocketed turn 3, turn 4. And these could add cards to his hand easily. So that could be like White Queen. And... what's 3 mana? I don't even know. I mean, I know Cable, but that's 2 mana, not great. I think like the Agent Coulson or whatever. We'll see. Well, that's not gonna stay around for too long. There's White Queen. Oh, Moon Girl could be in as well, actually. I think that's even better, because it guarantees he has the full hand. Yeah, that's kind of scary. Shink. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that. Just out of curiosity, so this guy added 11. If I had played Onslaught, it would have added 6 plus another 3. So, Iron Man better. Since I'm not worried about left lane at all. Plunder Castle. That was a fun time. Got most of the cards I need. I think we'll just do our basic kind of rotation here. Okay, GG. All I need is Iron Man. I don't even need Omega Red necessarily, but it wouldn't hurt. Galactus is I lose to, but that's it. I think it's the only card that can destroy a location. I think I'm gonna risk him playing a bunch of ongoing. But I don't have the Iron Man. I don't know. We'll see. Bishop. So he's just gonna like Maximus Silver Surfer this? Like, what are we doing here? Okay, I have no Iron Man. This is definitely gonna give me the most damage into that location, but I don't know. Okay, Super Scroll's ready. Let's go. We take those. Alright. Lizard's fine? If he onslaughts, Lizard's worse, but only by a tiny bit. If he onslaughts, then I'm misreading his deck, because he's running Bishop. But he's going to play something there anyway, so Lizard's only going to be 2 damage. So best case scenario, yeah. See what happens. Still got the claw advantage, I think. That's enough. Alright, I'm stronger, I think. Yeah. Nice. Why Bishop? Why would you run Bishop? Psylocke, I can get that, kind of. Like, if you play it on turn 2, you can drop one of your 4 drops, and you have 2 of them, so... I don't get Bishop at all. 87.2. Moving on up. Start of the season, I hit 95. I think that was during the Altar of Death one. But that's about as far as I got. Okay. Okay, so Death doesn't actually activate here. And I'm not worried about Shang-Chi, so, like, Spider-Man is the only thing he can do. So unless you're worried about Spider-Man, there's no reason to play this situation before turn 4. You play 4, 5, and 6, here. But if you're worried about Spider-Man, then you probably want to play at turn 3. Either way, this is turn 1. A lot has happened, but this is only turn 1. He's kind of deciding if he wants to even keep going with it. Because he can't play Death this game. Sunspot's a pretty nice pickup. It's not an Iron Man, but it's pretty nice. Oh, I want to avoid Dr. Octopus, actually, so we'll go ahead and Cosmo. It seems like it's Iron Man or bust at this point, though. I need to draw in the next 2 turns, I'd say. Well, that's unfortunate. And we can take a look and see what happens here. Okay, no, we leave. Bye. Yeah, you gotta know if you're gonna. I don't know what the grace period is for snaps, but you gotta know if how you're feeling about the game, if you're willing to stick it out or not. And if I had Iron Man in my hand, 100%. And since I don't, I'm out. Risky. I think there's an argument that I shouldn't do this. 20% of the time, it's like game losing to do this. And since it's only 7 damage, do you think that 7 damage is worth a 80% or a 20% win rate reduction? It's not, but until it screws me over, I guess I'll just keep doing this. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. What's the problem? What's there to be worried about? So we just storm left, and then he won't have any cards there. And then we'll be able to just hardcore play 1 lane. Cosmo would be better, though. We'll see what happens. For right now, got a lot of good pieces. He's running Lizard, so I don't think he's running Enchantress. Well, actually, never mind. Enchantress. I saw a guy play Enchantress on Lizard and be really happy about himself with that, but whatever. Comertage. Goose. Alright, well, Goose in play means I literally can't play the cards I want to play for the rest of the game. I don't know what to tell you here. This is bad. Because I don't think Omega Red is particularly thrilling right here. And he literally can't be played there. Juggernaut? No, fantastic. Okay. So he's not winning left. But we don't have the cards that would let us win right. I mean, we can play stuff, and it's cool and all, but, like, we're playing for middle. And if that's the case, should we do something else? I like Super Skrull. It's going to be stealing a lot of good stuff. And there's... oh wait, I can't play middle at all anyways. So yeah, never mind. I don't have to worry about it. And I can't play. Okay, so I just can't play Super Scroll. It's impossible to play him because Goose and Ebony and Flooded kind of just closed the door on myself here. It's like technically this might be okay. I feel like there's so many ways to lose this. I'm kind of just curious what I'm worried about specifically. But yeah, this is like a very small lead, even against a Goose, and specifically he's going to be running a lot of small cost cards that can. Because Khazar 1/1, I don't know, like Khazar 0, Silver, Quicksilver. I don't know. There's plenty of ways to lose. Let's not worry about it. 86.8. Let's get that back up to the 87s. And I think we will call it here after one more loss. So, totally fine to end on a loss. Totally lose means that either we're winning or we're wrapping it up early. Yeah, I can already tell I'm pretty tired. Alright, so Car's dangerous here. But we can always just follow it. Like, by turn 3 we know which card it's pulling. So, not ideal, but if it does pull Onslaught or Omega, I probably just... I still play on the Citadel, right? Let's see what happens. What does he got? Enchantress. Okay. Burning that early is actually really nice, but I don't think my Super Scroll is going to be doing much this game. I need Claw this game, I think. Well, there's literally no reason not to play this here. I don't think the 2 damage is going to be that worthwhile. Cosmo, please. Why? It doesn't take your power away. So many times I've seen Wong's retreat, and I don't understand why. It'll be like a perfectly normal situation, and then they're like, oh man, I'm upset. Like, I don't know. They seem very temperamental. I think they're used to, like, all their loss conditions. They're like, oh, so he's going to arrow me. He's going to Cosmo me. But, like, there's so many times the wrong player will just leave. I'm just like, okay. I didn't do anything to you, but I get it, I guess. We're playing only one there. It's probably that. And then I can storm it and then feel pretty comfortable this game, I'd say. Don't like Mojo World. It's hard to keep up with this deck in Mojo World. Okay, so he just top decked that, or he would have played it last turn. Okay, so he sees either Iron Man or Onslaught. Cost reduction does impact what he can receive. Alright, so I'm gonna hope he didn't see the Iron Man and just play Onslaught, and then we'll see what happens from there. And I mean, he's playing White Queen, so he could play running Enchantress, which gives him more confidence or whatever. Alright, so he's gonna try to take left somehow. Or at least he just wants to play hard middle, which is something, I guess. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hobgoblin for the win. Okay, goodbye. Victory. So I wonder what White Queen pulled, that he was confident enough to play through the snap on this turn. Maybe he didn't think about it too much. Is the Watcher really that good? Could I just play Chavez instead of a Watu and get a better 4-5-6? Probably. Maximizes the chance of me getting Iron Man by turn 5, which is pretty important. Watu's fun, but I don't know if it's essential. Just like gives me. I mean, there's a few times I've been like, yeah, I'm really happy I had it, but I don't know. Why is it? It looked like it was highlighting. It highlights Cosmo sometimes, but I can't actually. Oh, because it's Superflow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of want to play all 4 cards in Superflow, but if I do that now, then I won't have a chance to play an extra 4-drop. So the question is this a Surfer deck that just happens to have a 3-drop? I'm gonna go for it. This will be close soon. This will be close turn 6. I have a pretty good setup for middle. Armor. So it looks like just a Spectrum deck. Nothing too fancy here. Now we don't have the bonus mana, but I think this is the 4-5-6 we're comfortable with. He could hit me with the lizard, but like whatever. Now I get the claw buff. He probably leaves on that, but two cubes is 2 cubes. I'd rather put my best foot forward here and not lose it. Cool. Climb, climb, climb. Yeah, tomorrow I think I'll probably put Chavez in for something. Watu's been doing pretty well though. I've been enjoying the current times that he actually gives me the intel I want. Like this is really good intel. But I mean, I guess seeing the Nexus is the important part, and he doesn't tell me that. But like just between the two, I have a slight optimization where it's like, oh, I want to play a Mascard. You know, I could live without him.
Breaking news.
Cause it's not like I'm playing ongoing cards on 1 or 2. It's just a place I want to avoid. So the guy's playing a Sarah deck. So and he hasn't played. So he's gonna start bringing 3-drops in now. Yeah, he knew. I don't really know if the storm matters here. Why don't I just punish her? Yeah, I should put all 4 cards on Nexus. What is happening? This game confuses me so much sometimes. Like, I don't even know.
Wind, aid my hand.
Yeah, sure. Cool thing is, Punisher gets buffed for it. So, this is turn 5. I might as well do this. I could see Cosmo being the play, but I don't have a 2-drop to pair with it. Still, he's running out of, like, locations. Like, if I had Chavez here, I would know just to go Iron, or to go for something else and then play Iron Man next turn. Dude, you have ones... I don't know. GG. Enchantress or bust. Looks like. Don't think he runs Enchantress. It's just a Sarah Surfer that opens with a Mystique that copies nothing. I can't really be sure. It's not like it's a new card for him, it's orange. But when you have Sarah and Silver Surfer, I guess that's the play level you need to get to rank 80 or whatever. Oh no, not the Iron Man. Here we are. Okay. Oh, GG. Yeah, some games feel really good, and then there's just some where I'm just like, I don't even know where the other person's head is at. They're tighter than I am, I assume. Alright, let's lose this one and head to bed. He wants the rocks, he wants to eat them. We're probably going to Cosmo it, because I'm not really worried about Enchantress here. What you looking at, bud? That sucks. Yeah, this makes it much easier to win though, so it's like fine. I don't know if I'm going to go first on turn 3, but I think he wants to eat after turn 3. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I was considering snapping last turn, but we'll just go for it here. So if that's 3 cards that he cannot destroy, technically he can destroy the rock with and the hood with Killmonger, but I don't know. We'll have to wait this snap a little bit, just because he might choose to not play where he normally would, based on the snap information. So I usually just wait a little bit, let it simmer, and then go for it. Unfortunately, that's just, oh, he's gone. 1 cube. The go till we lose curse continues. Franchise, destroy deck, try to remember that. Often later in the evening, you run into similar decks over and over, so just keep it in mind. Addend. Don't think I've hit him up yet. Andend? That's a weird name. Yeah, so I don't necessarily need to have Ebony Maw. I don't need to have Uatu. They just kind of give a little bit more oomph to the early game. My philosophy is if I'm gonna be playing cards on 3, 4, 5, and 6 at one location, I don't mind being unable to play at a certain spot for 1 turn. So I think Ebony's great, and there's not enough Killmonger to justify taking him out. Uatu though is kind of overkill. So we can just do this, and then we're just playing 1 board at this point, and I think that just favors me too much not to pass. Yes, there's Enchantresses in the world, but we're fine. -1 Iron Man is kind of bad, because it does take my damage down by 2 million with the Citadel, I guess, but I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm trying to wait to get Claw out here, but Omega Red or Mr. Fantastic would be fine. There we go. Alright, so Okoi is buffing the deck. What does that mean to us? Scorpion Okoi on turn 3 even, which means he must be a 4-cost deck that didn't draw Zabu? No. Angela Witch. That's a useless lab, but I can see why he went for it. This guy's got enough weird cards that I'm actually thinking Enchantress. It like might be crafted for something specific. It might just be like a sugary deck, which is fine.
I am Iron Man.
But we'll see. Looks like it's just a bunch of random 2 and 3 costs. Like it's just a spam deck. Like it's probably a Bishop Angela deck with a lot of spam. But we're cool. Should be good. Is there not a worthy challenger that can let me go to bed? I try to consider go till we lose a win-win situation, but I've had some long gaming nights as a result. Alright, Enchantress. Oh. Better luck next time. Where did this card come from? Blade and Swordmaster. Just coming in from nowhere. Like, nothing. I didn't understand this deck to begin with. Okoye, Angela, Scarlet. I mean, I saw the Bishop part coming, and I'm fine with like Killmonger, Sarah, Surfer, Brood, but like, why are Swordmaster and Blade here? I don't. People are very creative with their deck choices. I mean, doesn't Silver Surfer and Blade mean you have less cards to play for Angela and Bishop? I don't know. Oh, he doesn't know it's Uatu. He doesn't have the intel. He thinks I'm just some guy playing at some location. Oh, Cosmo can come out next turn, I guess. Yeah, I could play Cosmo this turn, and then do, like, Mr. Fantastic Ebony Maw next turn. I'm done with that. Technically, they lost 1 damage, but other than that, it's fine. This is weird. Getting to do that is pretty cool. Or do we want to do it in middle? Yeah, I'm down with that. He's more likely to play into the vault, right? So, that's kind of cute. Killmonger obviously negates either, but we're into it. Okay. Not a reveal card. Zabu, okay. This would let me play Omega for cheap, like 2 mana, but I don't know how much I care about that. I guess, yeah, I'll want that in play in case he has like a Darkhawk stuff. I've talked that up as if it's really common, and it's obviously not, but looks like it's just pretty basic Brood Surfer. So Brood has to, so Surfer has to be played here because I've got Cosmo over here. So there's a chance he's forgotten that. But assuming he hasn't, we're gonna go ahead and play the Punisher here. But then what does Onslaught actually do in this position? How do I win? So he's got cheap. He's got 2 cost 4 drops. This is closing next turn. I don't think I'm in a winning position in this game, which is fine. But like, yeah, we'll try it. So Surfer plus what? Absorbing on Brood. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's a win for him. Not much that can be done there. Not with these cards, anyways. I don't think there's. I think this game was faded from the beginning. What is this? 14. Dude, if I had played Fantastic last turn and then played Claw this turn, or if I had Claw last turn and I just got to do Claw Onslaught, I can win that, but it's fine. We get a final game to close out on. We got some nice rank today. guess I can take a glance at where we were at the start of the day here real quick, just to see. What is up, Marvel Snap fan? And we were at 74.5. So in the span of about 3 hours, which admittedly is quite a bit of time, but 74.5, we went to 88. So that's, yeah, that's a lot. That's very nice. That's like 13 ranks out of 100. Well, not 100 technically, but that's our goal, right? Infinite. So 3 hours, 13 ranks. Not too bad. We'll take that. Well, that is going to wrap it up for the video. Obviously, it was a very long one, so without further ado, thanks for watching and have a good night.